Salutations, fellow knights at the Pillsbury table. My name is Sir Hamptalot, and I know, I got some explaining to do. Why did I leave again? Well, believe me, it wasn't general laziness. For once. Well, to be honest, I did record day 3 for the 27-day apology, and I was editing it and uploading it, but like I've said in the past, I don't know if I've said it in the past actually, but anyway, my computer, my family's computer, is a piece of crap. You would not believe how many times it restarted just by editing and uploading. You would not believe the amount of times I had the computer restarted. Like, it's crazy. Like, I was in the middle of saving my edited video, which by the way was a My Awkward Kitchen episode. Probably edit that up. Once I find edit, but anyway, it was going to be a My Awkward Kitchen episode. I was making mini tie-dye blueberry cheesecakes. And you'll see that eventually sometime, hopefully this month, or the next month, this month. Anyway, basically, the recording went well, I have to admit, at least for my standards. Unfortunately, with editing, it's a whole other story. This is how many hours it took to edit. And if you add the saving, this many. Right in the middle of saving my project, the video, like literally in the middle of it. I don't even remember what percentage I was at, but it was almost done. My computer literally, it disconnected from the Wi-Fi like by itself as usual, and when I tried to reconnect the Wi-Fi, it restarted. No joke. My computer crashed, restarted, and then when I got back, had to go through the whole saving process all over again. Thankfully, it did not erase my whole project, but it just had to save all over again. And then, by the time I went to upload it, the first time, well, 29% uploaded, it crashed again. Wi-Fi went down again. It might have also been due to the fact that it stormed that I was storming almost near my house. But either way, my computer's a piece of junk. And then finally, the second time I tried uploading, it was doing well. Went to processing. It stopped, saying it wasn't a supported file. When it was a supported file, it just stopped processing. At that moment, it was the last straw for me. I had enough. It was almost 7 p.m. Keep in mind, I started editing and uploading like 7 or 8 hours prior. It was still morning, and by the time I started editing, that was the final straw for me. So, I didn't break my computer, but thank God, because my family still uses it. I still use it to play Stardew Valley. Anyway, basically, I had enough. I stopped using my computer to edit and upload, and just yesterday, I got myself a laptop. Here it is, actually. Let me just cover the logo. I got myself a laptop with my own hard-earned cash. Thank God. It's kind of like a self-birthday gift. I'm not saying what that is. Anyway, so basically I'm going to see how well this works with, like, importing this video as well as uploading the video. This video is all going to be in one take, so can't exactly edit it without editing software. I haven't found the right one yet. Perfect for this laptop. Anyway, so basically I have to figure out how to edit. So basically this laptop will be now for editing and uploading. Editing in the future. Work in progress. Anyway, so I'm really sorry I left for about another week. Hey, it's better than 3 or 4 weeks. Or 2 months. You know, it's better than usual. At least I left for less than 1 week rather than 3 every time. But anyway, I'm really sorry about leaving again. I really didn't want to, but my computer it just wasn't on my side anymore. So basically, before I even started about thinking about recording again, I had to get a laptop. Anyway, onward. So I'm really sorry about that. So, yeah. Also, back to the topic of today's video. Back to today's topic for the video. How many of you remember my January gaming haul video? And now that I remember it, I looked back onto it on the file, and I realized I said I would do that monthly. How long ago was that? Ouch, it's mid-April. It's early April. I haven't done it in almost 2.5 months. Anyway, so it wasn't much of a gaming haul. So instead of doing a monthly gaming haul, I'm just going to do a quarterly gaming haul. So one gaming haul every 3 months. Hope you guys are okay with that. Let me know by dropping a like or dropping a base. Anyway, and I mentioned these 3 NES games: Baseball Simulator 1000, Gyromite, and Mick Kids. Now, within the past 2 months, I haven't gotten a lot of new games. I only got a couple Switch titles, 3 if you think about it. NES game just recently, last weekend, but it was still March 31st. It was the last day of March. I count that as still quarter 1. And also an Xbox One title, which I still haven't played yet. I forgot I had. Anyway, so basically, but at least I got actually 3, I almost said 2, but there's actually 3 new consoles that I got this month. Well, this past quarter of the year. So, let's explain what the first thing I got was. If you also saw POVG, Point of Video Games, episode, what was that, 4 or something? If you saw Point of Video Games, episode 4, where I reviewed Killer Instinct, not the Xbox or N64 version, and because, how do people support that game for the original and then the sequel? If you ask me, for honest opinion, the remake's better. But just in the beginning of the month, I got myself a Super Nintendo. Works pretty well, although it only came with 1 controller. I've yet to find a second Super Nintendo controller. Almost said NES. That's not right. Works pretty well. Well, even though I only have 1 game for it still. Not too crazy about it, honestly. And the games I got that month, there's only 2. Actually 3, because one game's 2 on 1. I'll explain this first one. This is the game, this Xbox One title I've never exactly played yet. I'm not sure why. Probably because I've been playing a remastered game of one of my favorite games of all time, Dead Island Definitive Edition. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Sorry, I burped in its beach. I'm sorry. I ate before I did this. Anyway, I'm almost embarrassed to show you guys this, but it's one of the titles I wanted for Christmas last year. That was an honorable mention. And I fear I'll get the Sonic fan base on my side, but let's face it, fan bases are crazy. Especially Sonic, FNAF, My Little Pony, and Undertale. That's why I don't want to be part of a fan base. Anyway, this fan base, the Sonic fan base. The game is Sonic Forces. Now, I've never actually played this game, but didn't get that much love towards it than the other Sonic game that came out around the same time, Sonic Mania. Basically, Sonic Mania ended up being one of the best games of 2017, where some got unnoticed. Neither one of the best, worst, or even most disappointing. So, maybe it's a hidden gem. I don't know. But anyway, either way, I would tell you guys about it, but I haven't actually played it yet. I just recently found it. I forgot I even had it. So yeah. The second title I got in February, we're still in February by the way, I got, for those kids who want to play a good Switch game, I want to recommend this one. Mainly because of your age. It's a really, really good game, but it's rated M for mature. If you're under 17 years of age, if you don't have if you're not 17 years old or more, I wouldn't play this title. It's rated M for mature. Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 for Switch. Oh my gosh, I love this game. Out of all the Switch games I have, which is only 4, so it's not that good, so it's not that big of a list, like of games. I have Pokken Tournament Deluxe Edition, which is my first game for the Switch. Whilst everyone had Breath of the Wild and ARMS, I had my first game was Pokken Tournament Deluxe Edition. So yeah. And I just got it, and I would count the Switch as a game title for this quarter one, but I got it December 29th, last year. So yeah. Anyway, Bayonetta 2 not only it also is pre-download. It's also Bayonetta 1 pre-packaged, but it's a download code, and I would show you the game. It's not an actual game Bayonetta 1 game cartridge. It's actually a download code, and I would show you that, but that'd be bad. Anyway, so basically I have Bayonetta 2, and I know what probably some of you are thinking, now that you have a Switch now, are you going to lick the cartridge? Heck to the no. I'm sorry, but I care about my health, and I like food. This is not food. Switch cartridges are not food. But anyway, back to Bayonetta 2. Bayonetta 2, I can see why people call it one of the best games of 2014, but a Wii U title, a Wii U exclusive title? No one bought a freaking Wii U. I don't even own a Wii U. Unless you count the one in my church, which is for a life group, but that's a story for another time. Bayonetta 2, I was stoked when this game came out for Switch. I was kind of annoying towards my mom for having me buy it with my own hard-earned cash. But basically, I was so happy. If you saw my day in the life video, my first day in the life video, you would know how excited I was. Holy crap, I was stoked. And I don't know why. I don't see why WatchMojo.com gave it the runner-up rating behind Dark Souls 2. I mean, I admit, I never played Dark Souls 2, but Bayonetta 2, oh my gosh, I can see why it's an underrated best-selling title. Well, best award-winning title. Believe it or not, it didn't sell well. Bayonetta 2 for Wii U didn't sell well. It only got like 500,000 units sold or something crazy low. I don't know. Anyway, so that's pretty much the titles for February. Onwards to March. Last month. Now, my first console I got last month. I actually got 2 consoles this month and 2 games, so that's 4 items for last month. If you guys saw my best unboxing ever, seriously, video, you guys would know what the next console is, and I would show you guys, but it's hooked up and I don't want to unplug it. Sorry. It's the Super Nintendo Classic Edition. Oh boy, was that a divine intervention. For those who don't know what that means, it was an act of God, a blessing from an act of God, basically. Anyway, so basically, I was so happy when I saw that. My mom and I were at Target, believe it or not. We didn't get it from a scalper. And I was so happy. I was just walking through the Nintendo items, and my mom went to go find some guy for finding a phone charger, because hers for a car charger, because ours broke for our car. I was walking down the Nintendo stuff. I was looking at all the Switches and 3DSs and 2DSs, and then Super Nintendo Classic Edition. I literally almost passed out in the middle of Target. I literally called my mom, hyperventilating, almost short of breath, saying, "Mom, they have a Super Nintendo Classic Edition. Get over here right now." I literally paid retail for a Super Nintendo Classic. Do you have any idea how much they are from a scalper? For those who don't know? For those who don't know, it's about $1,000. Seriously. Darn scalpers. Anyway, so basically, Super Nintendo Classic Edition was a plug-and-play console I got. And boy, am I happy with it, as you saw from POVG Episode 5, Part 1. I still have to make Part 2. Oops. Anyway, so basically, so for the next few weeks, I didn't really get a new game, but then my mom ordered me another Switch game, which I was pleasantly surprised. I'm not even a big fan of. I know this might be blasphemous to say, but I'm not a big fan of Mario. I've only played like one Mario game, and that's Super Mario 3D World, and it wasn't even mine. It was my church's life group. It was one of my church's life groups, man. Oh, it was like one of them, for one of the life groups. But anyway, I didn't love but it was okay. But the best Mario game now I love Mario because of this game. Super Mario. Oh, I'm blocking the title. Super Mario Odyssey for Switch. Amazing. Not to spoil the story for those who haven't played, but let's just say by the end of the game, you capture a certain villain. I probably just spoiled the whole ending. My apologies. Anyway, so basically, and that's the only Switch title I got last month, because I'm not made out of money. I can't. Plus, it was cheaper. It's cheaper to buy Switch games. Pro tip: it's more inexpensive, which means it's cheaper to buy online, like Amazon Prime, not sponsored, Switch game than a store like Target. I'm not sponsored, because I learned just a little bit. You spend less money apparently. Anyway, so the next console I got here. Let me give a little backstory about it first. My church is a big church. It was originally like a theater for like plays and such. It's crazy. I think it might have been a movie theater actually. I don't remember. But basically, my church is huge. So huge, you have a game room in there. A flippin' game room. Yes, you heard me right. A game room. Sorry for the emphasis of. Sorry for the emphasis on game room. It's just crazy. And what's also crazy, we had a bunch of PS4s, Xbox Ones, PS3s, and a freaking Wii. Self-explanatory. And a Wii, actually, from Nintendo. But basically, but just recently, actually, I found out a month before I got this next console. I was in the game room with my dad works there, by the way. That's why I was there. My dad works at my church, and I was in the game room waiting for my mom to pick me up because she had a doctor's appointment or something. Anyway, checkup. Anyway, I was in the game room and I realized, where are all the consoles? The consoles were gone. Well, it turns out the whole church is renovating the game room, and I learned just recently, like a couple weeks ago, they were selling the consoles. And my mom asked me if I wanted any of them. So I asked what kind of consoles there were. She listed off a couple of them. I already have an Xbox One, and I already have a Nintendo Wii. Get that up out of here over a year ago. Holy crap. Anyway, so basically, I asked for a PS3. Crazy, and the best part is, so basically, it was the person who was selling it asked for like $40, I think. So the next console I got is heavy. I got a PS3. I would lift it up even higher, but I'm a win. And it's crushing my hand. Ow. So yeah, I got a PS3, but I haven't really hooked it up yet because A, I'm running out of space for my HDMI switch box, and B, I don't have an HDMI cable for it. So basically, I have to spend some more money on HDMI cable, which I might have in my garage. Actually, I have to look for that. Anyway, but basically, yeah, I got a PS3 for like $40, where online it'd be about, I don't even know, nor do I want to know. Anyway, the next game I got is the NES tile. We're finally at the NES tile. How many minutes do I have? Ooh, less than 10, or 9. Alright, sorry, my video capture card only capture 29 minutes of video. Anyway, this video went off longer than I thought it would, holy crap. Anyway, so this next game, I got the last day of March, the last day of Q1 of 2018. I'm going to cover up the stamp a little bit, but it's an unlicensed NES game. Now, it cost about, I'm not going to say the price actually, but it's a very uncommon unlicensed NES game. Let me get closer. It's focused. Spiritual Warfare. For those who don't know, it's an unlicensed Bible game by Wisdom Tree. And for those who haven't seen AVTN Bible Games episode, for those who haven't seen the Angry Video Game Nerd, what have you been doing with your life? Anyway, so AVTN reviewed on his 17th episode, I think. Was that 11? I think it was about 11 years ago, actually. So yeah, it was 11 years ago. I think episode 17. I'm that precise. He reviewed Bible games for the NES and Super Nintendo. And one of them being a clone, at least the first three were clones. Like, the first three games he reviewed were clones. Like, what was the first one? There was like Bible Adventures, which was a Mario 2 clone, Bible Buffet, Candyland board game clone, a board game of Candyland for a video game clone of Candyland, and Super Noah's Ark 3D. Super Nintendo, only unlicensed Super Nintendo game that was basically Doom. Or Wolfenstein 3D, sorry. So basically, Spiritual Warfare, it's a clone of Legend of Zelda. I'll explain what all parts are cloned, but I don't have time, and you can see, so basically you can just, if you have the game yourself, you know, but if you don't have the game, you can look at AVGN episode 17, Bible games. He explains if you're old enough though, he has a foul mouth. Well, filthy mouth. Anyway, I think that's all the games I got for Q1 of 2018. Again, I'm sorry for leaving again, but what can you do when your computer's giving you trouble and you have to get a new one? Anyway, and I hope you guys enjoy that I'm back, and hopefully you guys enjoy the games. I'm not showing off you guys the games, it's just some collecting games and game consoles is something that I love, and I actually have an almost complete Nintendo console collection. Sorry to brag. My bad. Anyway, either way, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like you're dropping the bass. Wow. Give the old subscribe button, the old smizzity smack. And I'll see you fellow knights in the next video. Dudes.